startled me. Oh, well, I must confess, to be truthful, I've had better afternoons. Make yourself some room at the table, dear. I'm glad to see you.
Anything in the pot?
There certainly is. Why don't I get us both a cup, huh?
Thank you.
And what, may I ask, is that?
My copy of the article on Joe. I figure there's enough for a 3-part series.
Ah, is it good?
Between you and me, it's better than good.
Well, now, isn't that grand?
Yeah, well, I decided to give the Woodard papers first shot at it on the theory that a good piece in the opposition papers might inspire my friends downtown to offer me my job back. So I sent it over. They assured me that Ray would have it last night.
And?
I don't know. Called to see if she got it. They said that she is in town, but not accepting any calls this afternoon.
Well, apparently Francis isn't either.
Oh?
Yes, Ray was by earlier today, and I asked her to have Francis get in touch with me. She said she'd give him a message. Oh, my. You could walk a mouse across it.
Across what?
The tea, darling, it's so strong. My sated mother would say you could walk a mouse across it. Now, here's to your series.
Thank you very much.
Good. There, now, is this story going to answer all the questions on Joe?
Some of them, anyway.
He isn't a criminal now, is he?
I don't think he is, Maeve. I've watched him now off and on for 10 years. There's nothing to indicate he's anything other than what he claims to be. Works hard. He's made a solid success out of his father's business. There's not too much money, not too much time, not too many questionable acquaintances. None of that. He is Tiso Novotny's nephew, and that's the only thing that anybody can hang on him. Any word from Siobhan?
Not since that phone call from the boat. I like Joe, and I do not think that he's a criminal. But I'll tell you, this little episode with Siobhan and the boat, it's made me extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, I'm not too happy about it either. On the other hand, I suspect Joe got a little more than he bargained for.
I don't doubt that.
But I'll be glad when they get back.
I don't want this to be over yet. I don't want to take you home.
It has to be over.
Why?
Your catch will spoil. You can't float around indefinitely with a boat full of fish.
Don't be so literal.
Excuse me.
And what I had in mind was I would take you and a perfect sea bass back to my place, where I'd poach the bass and we'd have drinks, watch the boats come in from my window.
Where do you live?
That's beautiful.
What?
Your hair.
Oh. Thank you. I thought you were talking about the place you lived in.
Come here a minute. Where I live is beautiful, too. At least to me it is. Come over here and sit down. I won't grab you.
What are you gonna do?
Braid your hair.
Oh.
If you don't mind.
No, I don't think I mind.
It's incredible. How long does it take to grow hair like this?
In my case, about 20 minutes. Tell me where you live.
On Sheepshead Bay. In a warehouse.
Oh, really?
Hey, don't move.
Oh. You really live in a warehouse?
Yeah. I own the space. So I thought, why not? So I made up some plans and I did a lot of the work myself. I finally got it just the way I want it. Have a little office, sort of. Personal accommodations upstairs. Hot water, electricity, and a sensational view.
I'd love to see it,
Good,
but
because-
not tonight.
Why not?
Because I don't want to prolong the struggle of the last 3 days.
Struggle? What struggle? You don't know from struggle.
Oh, I don't, huh?
I was perfectly behaved. I've been as good as I've ever been in my life. I lay in that cabin wide awake for 6 hours, listening to you snore through the wall. Didn't even so much as knock on your door and tell you to roll over.
I did not snore for 6 hours.
Now, that's all you know.
I don't snore. Mary snores. We were little kids. We had a room together. She would snore, and I would pour water down her throat.
That's hardball.
I'd get desperate.
Then you know how I feel.
Joe, let go of my hair.
Come have dinner with me.
No.
Tell me why again.
I suppose you have a bed in your apartment.
Yeah?
Well, I'm afraid that we'll end up in it, and I'm not ready to handle that.
We agreed. When and where it happens is up to you.
I wasn't absolutely sure you took me seriously.
I did. You just remember, any time, any place is fine with me.
I think I have got to get out of here.
I'm counting on the fact that Siobhan's common sense is not going to desert her. Bob, well, isn't it good to see you?
Well, let me tell you, it's good to be back again, too. Not that August in New Hampshire isn't something else. How you doing, Jack? Well, I think you're going to like what they're saying about Frank up there.
Oh, Frank Ryan for vice president has a certain ring to it.
Well, it certainly has to his mother, anyway.
You find out anything about how it started, where the money comes from?
Yeah, everything checks out. It seems there's this young guy used to be from Brooklyn. Now he heads an electronics firm up there. He's had an eye on Frank, put together the whole basic organization, even put up some money, raised some money himself. Boom, the whole thing takes off.
Ray isn't going to like that much.
Oh, no, not much. You know, I kind of thought Frank might be around. They're both out of touch by phone.
Well, Francis had some kind of conference.
He had a speech at an ACA lunch, but that should have been over hours ago.
Well, then I don't know. I mean, could they be at Ray's? I asked that Frank call me, but I haven't heard.
Well, I think I'm going to track him down. Any messages?
Oh, would you, dear? I really want Francis to know that Jillian is getting on a plane tonight for San Francisco. Yes, apparently she has left Seneca, and she's accepted a job out there. And I thought that Francis should at least have the opportunity to say goodbye, if he wants to.
When, did this happen?
Apparently overnight, though Jillian said that it's been building for quite a time.
Where's Jill now?
Well, she said she had some last-minute packing. She was first going to the apartment and then to the office. But she was going to be in a taxi headed for the airport by 6 o'clock tonight.
Yeah. Well, I'll get the message to
Please,
him.
dear.
Okay. See you later.
Thank you.
Jack?
You see it, Bobby. So Jill left Seneca.
Yes, she has.
Wonder how Frank's gonna feel about that.
I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, amazed. I mean, it's such a coincidence. I was just thinking about you. You wouldn't believe the fight they had over you.
Who?
You know who and you know who.
No.
Yes, you do. I'm sorry. I think it's important to be discreet. Pat and Nancy.
They had a fight about me?
Yeah, well, maybe I shouldn't say anything. But I came in right at the end of it, and Pat was just furious, and Nancy was so upset, near tears, really. And, well, I know how you like her, and I just thought that you would want to know.
When was this?
Just a little while ago.
Over by the nurse's station?
Well, actually, they were in the drug room when I saw them, but you could hear right through the glass. It's all because he thinks that you took Nancy to the ballet.
Oh, Nancy went to the ballet. I went to the ballet. I did not take Nancy to the ballet.
I know that. Did you have a nice time?
Yes. I had a wonderful time, as a matter of fact.
Well, Nancy did too, I know. Pat's just jealous. Poor Nancy, though. If you have any spare time this afternoon, I'm sure she could use some cheering up. What's the matter?
I don't know why you're doing all this, but I must admit I'm quite fascinated.
Oh, what?
Why you're promoting me and Nancy like crazy, when Nancy loves Pat.
She only thinks she does.
Pat loves Nancy.
He's just using her, Adam.
And all this is none of your business anyway.
But it is my business. Yes, it is. If I like her, and I like you, and I know from painful experience what's going to happen with her and Patty, well, sometimes you just have to be your brother's keeper, right? Well, maybe that's not the only reason I'm interested.
Yes?
Well, maybe I am trying to get back at Patty a little. I know it sounds mean, but the truth is I'm entitled to get back at him a little bit for the way he left me.
I see.
I'm only human, Adam.
Oh, I understand that.
Anyway, I don't want the same thing that happened to me to happen to her, poor Nancy. It just doesn't look like it's going to be avoided. She's really sad today, and I think it would be nice if you could go see her as soon as you can.
Maybe I'll just do that.
I see. Thank you. Ray is still not accepting any calls.
Oh, dear. What do you suppose Bob found them?
I don't know.
Hello, I'm home. And look who I brought with me.
Oh, well, now, isn't this good? Good to see you. I was a bit worried, you know.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Ryan. I think I owe you an apology. Hi, Penelope.
Not at all, Joe. I mean, after all, I was not the one that was swept out to sea for 3 days.
Oh, listen, Mother. It's all right, really. I'm okay. And he behaved himself. Sort of. I had a wonderful time after I got over being angry. He's brought you a peace offering.
Oh? Ah, oh, that's a lovely beast. I thank you.
You're welcome. I am sorry about the breakdown in communications about how long we'd be out.
I don't think there was any problem with the communications. I think that Siobhan here is perfectly capable of understanding the difference between the little fishing trip and a 3-day excursion. Of course, she's also a grown-up and an adult, and I'm sure she's perfectly capable of expressing those feelings in words, and I'm sure she did.
Yes, she did.
It's all right. He's suffered. I had a wonderful time. It's a whole different reality out there.
Right.
And you know, I did not catch anything, not a single nibble.
I'm surprised you didn't jump in the water and try to wrestle something into the boat.
I think the thought crossed her mind. Your daughter's very competitive,
Oh, yes?
as well as absolutely incorruptible.
Well, I'm certainly glad to hear that.
But great company anyway.
Good sport, isn't he?
I'll call you, okay?
Okay. Listen, I suppose I should say thank you
Yes, of course you should. You're welcome. Consider tomorrow night.
Okay.
Give my best to Mr. Ryan.
I will, and thank you very much for the proud bass.
Try him poached.
Poached, is it?
See you, Finelli. Keep me posted about my story.
Our story is now in the hands of Ray Woodard. I'll let you know when she decides to run it.
Fair enough. Bye.
Bye.
No, I just wonder, where am I going to poach this thing? I'd need a pot as big as a swimming pool.
Kevin's using your big copper roaster for a drip pan under the bar. Maybe that would fit.
Oh, well, now that's good thinking, my girl.
You sure you're all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. No heavy problems. It was fun.
Good.
It would have been a lot more fun if I'd been with you.
Come on upstairs where we can talk. There's a couple of things that we got to get settled. Now.
Devastated.
Why?
You got dressed.
So did you.
Not really.
Well, don't be devastated, because it was a lovely afternoon.
Loving afternoon.
But you were the one making noises about going to dinner, right?
Yeah. Well, all in good time, huh? Could we have these first?
Absolutely. Tell me, do you think it's about time we let the outside world know we've come up for air?
Not yet. In fact, maybe not ever. Do you know what we never decided?
What?
Where to go on our honeymoon.
Well, I have that all planned. You see,
Yeah?
we have 10 glorious, fun-filled days and nights in bed.
Oh. Now that's an idea I'm not going to try to alter even a little bit. We'll just figure out where that bed is going to be later on.
Well, now, where would you like to go?
With you? Anywhere.
Yeah, as long as it's in the United States.
Uh-huh. I know. For political reasons.
That's right. That's right. The location of our honeymoon has to be made with political choices in mind. We both know the answer to that, yes?
All your choices have political overtones.
But I tell you what we will do. After dinner, we'll get this map, see?
Yeah.
We'll set the map up. We'll get a pair of blindfolds. We'll take a pin and bingo.
Terrific.
I do have to do some work on the old briefcase again for an hour or so.
What time is it?
It's about 5:30.
Well, we could start thinking about dinner now.
Now?
Who they let come up? Damn it.
Well, it's either urgent or personal, or both. Bob.
Frank.
Come on. Good to see you.
I bring you all greetings from the state of New Hampshire. Ray, how's it going?
Fine, thank you.
I hope I'm not interrupting you.
No, not at all.
Yeah, well, I promised 5 or 6 guys up there that they'd hear from us by tomorrow, so I figured I'd bring this stuff over as early as I could.
Oh, I want to hear all the details. Have a drink while I get dressed for dinner and save the best parts for me.
Okay.
Want gin and tonic?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know whether it was really worth your while going up there, Bob. The whole thing seems a little premature to
Frank.
me.
I just came from Ryan's. Your mother wanted me to tell you that Jill came by early to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
She She's leaving Seneca. She took a job in San Francisco. Should be headed out to the airport about 6 o'clock.
Where is she now?
Should be on her way home, then she's going to the office to pack.
Ray, I'm going out for a minute. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Where are you going?
Around the corner. Get beautiful. I'll see you in 10 minutes, okay? Bob, I can't let her go out there without saying goodbye.
Frank?
This Sunday, Breakfast in Bed's taking a daycation, so One Tree Hill's taking over. 5 hours of cute couples with major love troubles. Make Sunday your fun day. One Tree Hill Back to School Marathon this Sunday from 8 to 1 on SoapNet.